What's up, everybody? It's your man, Ked. Welcome to another edition of the People's Pantry. I'm with my crew, man, my family. We getting it in. It's just going episode after episode, and I'm loving what's going on, man. So without further ado, my cousin L Boogie, what's good? How you doing?
Hey, cousin. Hey, I'm good. We've been having some little Zoom technical difficulties, and the internet across the world is just being stupid, but I'm good, man. I'm looking forward to the weekend. This isn't our normal recording day, so it feels a little off, but I'm good, man. I'm ready to sip something. I'm gonna sip this Gatorade. That people was in my inbox last week telling me I had the wrong Gatorade with all the carbs. I got the right one this week, y'all. I got the zero. This is the right one. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
look, man, y'all got a lot of pantry crew, some grace, man. We human too.
They was coming for me, cousin. Literally like at least 6 messages.
Hey, look, I know we on some superhero shit, but we make mistakes too, man.
Man, somebody sent me the link to the Gatorade, and I felt like a whole dummy. Okay.
We all make mistakes, man.
We do. But I'm good. How are you, Ashley?
I'm doing really well. I went to a few places today, and I actually stopped by Ulta. So I got me some little fancy things. You feel me, y'all? Y'all don't really know about the lashes, but you know we love our lashes. Mm-hmm. And I got this Kylie Jenner lip kit, which I hear so many things about, so I'm really curious. So I had a nice little time in Ulta today. Yeah. But besides that, I'm doing okay. I got some nice healthy snacks. Usually I'll be like the unhealthiest that person out of all 4 of y'all, out of 3 of us. But yeah, that's all that's going on with me. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm feeling good. You guys already know who it is. It is your boy, your guy, your one and only Estu Chico, Spicy Bobby Chris. Excited for another episode. I'm feeling good. I just had a busy end of the work period. I didn't make it to the vitamin shop in time to kind of scope out, the snacks, any new arrivals. They know me by my first name. Oh, PSA, Eat Me Guilt Free has a new pina colada flavored brownie bar, which I'm trying to get my hands on. Lonnie's saying no, so I already know that's a dub. So I'm ready to get tonight started and on and popping.
Let's do it, baby.
Okay, I'm starting. Here we go, y'all. So let me give a disclaimer. So we told y'all to send us your letters, whatever you wanted to say to the pantry. You needed love advice, kid, parenting, weight loss, whatever it is. We're human, right? Send it to us. And y'all did that. So we got a letter sent to us via email. And they're not actually asking for any advice. They're just giving back some, I'm going to call it constructive criticism, although it isn't written very constructively. So I'm going to exercise my non-petty. I'm going to try. Because I was getting triggered as I read this earlier. When I first saw it, I got triggered. So we're going to scratch the lyrics to go tonight, and I'm going to read to y'all this constructive criticism letter. Hi, Pantry Posse. What's up? Know that you are. Anyway, I first like to acknowledge that you all have had much success in your lives with getting weight loss surgery. My hat goes off to each of you. However, my connection. Am I here, y'all? Am I here?
Oh, yeah. You there?
Okay. However, I can't help but stand back and observe everyone's story, including you four, as one big pity party. It just doesn't make sense to me how the community can get together each week and just reminisce and sob over what appears to be so widely known. It's just food. Wait, hold up. That was nothing. Now it's gonna get good. Because they calling us by name. Chris.
What I do?
That he thinks about food more now than when he was heavier. Maybe he should have thought this process through a little more. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Ashley gives some great advice, but I can't relate to anything concrete because she meant simply, but she put simple. I simply don't have that overeating problem in my life. Lonnie, you are a true gem, but If I hear you talk about your prophy or post one more picture of your water, I'm going to lose it.
Wow. Wow.
Head, you're cool, but smoking cigars after surgery? Sometimes you all are one big contradiction. And some days I root for you guys, but something has to give.
Wow.
I'm gonna let y'all address it first because I gotta reel it back in. I gotta dial myself back together.
Wow.
I don't know who want to go first, but y'all can go because.
You know what?
Okay, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
Nope. Because this is like, I guess, the first hate mail that we've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
And this makes me feel some type of way. First things first, your journey is your own fucking journey, and mind your business. All right. It's as simple as follow and unfollow, block and unblock. That's all it is. You know what? I'm really trying to keep it together, guys. Go ahead. Somebody take over, please.
Okay. Alania, say.
Okay. Let me start with the positive first, right? Thank you for following. We need people to hold us accountable and to be transparent and honest with us, and when we're wrong, to hold our feet to the fire. However, that is not what this reader or listener did. This listener was very, very ugly and petty. If you don't like that I'm posting my prophy, sis, unfollow me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing this thing that's unhealthy. Also, my water challenge every week, people send me messages thanking me. I got 3 today. A woman had surgery a week ago and said this is her first time ever meeting her water goal. So me posting my water is annoying to you, but it's helping somebody else who is not where you are. I lost track of, I don't know if this is my third point or what, but I'm going to say this and be done with it. This final farewell. Sis, fuck you and the horse that you rode in here on. Unfollow me. Don't follow the pantry. If you feel like we're contradictory or like we aren't being whatever it is, unfollow. You sound like, I don't know who you are or what you look like, but I can imagine you are of the Karen species and that you have never battled with weight in your life. And so you don't understand that calling it just food is the same as saying, well, it's just alcohol to someone in recovery from alcohol. So I'm gonna move my pillow and I'm gonna pull out this seat right here for you to come take it. That seat is for you, sis. That seat is for you. We don't want you here. Your type is not welcome. Constructive criticism is welcome. What you did, not so much. We don't want it. You will be blocked. Your email will be blocked. And if I can link your Instagram to the email, sis, that will also be blocked because you're a trash human. Okay, I'm done. Sip my water.
First of all, I always say, and I've said this more than once, I'm not going to deny it. I do think about coffee. Wow. I do think about food now more than before. Only because the whole psych event, we talk about mental health. And for those of you, if this is your first time seeing our show, you know, rewind a little bit. We're very big on the mental, psych aspect of it. And it's just like, this is a permanent life change. It's like, especially for me, number one, I'm going to be the one to admit, like, I went to culinary school. Food was big, huge. So to kind of rewire my thinking to cook in a different way after all the years that I've been using the same ingredients, like high fat, high salt, high sugar, high everything. That's very big for me, a very big traumatic adjustment. And that's something that doesn't go away overnight. This is something that's life fucking long. And I think people who haven't had weight loss surgery, who don't have an overeating issue, they see us as, oh, those are just the group or the people or the guys that can't overeat. I'm just like, are you serious? Are you serious? It's way more than that. You know what? You can unfollow. I don't give a shit. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to keep being me right here. I don't care. That's it for me.
Ashley.
So she complained about me saying that I overate.
Yeah.
These are great. Yeah.
I think it was. She said that you had good advice. You had a good word to give, but she couldn't connect the two. She couldn't relate because she's not someone.
Why would you follow?
Ooh.
I'm not out here following like white pregnancy mothers. I can't relate to that either, so I'm not following you. Why do you follow?
Yeah, and that's why Instagram is so beautiful, and they have those wonderful things that have the two lines and they cross over each other, and they're called a hashtag. So that means that you've stumbled upon our wonderful community, and this community is not for you, but you can find whatever your niche is. I wish you well. I hope that if you have been somebody negative in the community, if you even are a part of the community, I just hope that you welcome yourself out. Thank you for stopping by, but please don't come back. That's all I have to say.
Welcome yourself out. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way, I just want to say fuck you. You want to know why I say fuck you? Because I'm an acronym king, and I got two acronyms for your dumb ass. The first one is MYBB for you, and the second one is TMBB. So that first one is MYBB, mind your business, bitch. That's what I want you to do. That second acronym is that's my business, bitch. That one's for you too. This message was brought to you by Sleeve Believe the Hype. You can kiss my ass. One thing that weight loss surgery was supposed to do was be a tool for me to lose the weight. Never said anything about getting rid of what people call vices or what people might consider to be a habit, which I have neither. I have an affinity for something that I like that's a favorite pastime of mine, and it's to partake in a nice stogie or cigar, as you commonly might call it, Karen. What is my cigar that I do maybe once every couple of weeks? Sometimes I do it a couple times a week because I'm going to smoke me another one tomorrow. I smoked one the other day and you saw that shit, I'm sure. You nosy bitch. And I'm going to smoke me another one tomorrow night. So you can kiss Ked's whole entire ass, even the side with the little hair pupper that's coming off the side. He said, yeah, that's coming. I want you to kiss that side too. Get your little whole tongue on the side of it. Because in essence, none of us here, seriously, none of us here have ever said that we were role models. We are simply sharing our journeys along the process. And along those journeys that we share, you see the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows. You see everything that we go through. None of us are perfect here. None of us never said we were perfect. Farthest thing from perfect. We are not out here saying, hey, this is the model that you follow. Matter of fact, there's always a disclaimer. There's always a disclaimer. With that being said, all you have to do is kiss. Keep it scrolling, stupid. You don't have to stop. You don't have to watch anything that Kedrick does. And I gave you my full government now because you didn't piss me off. You don't have to follow anything that Kedrick does. You don't have to follow my cousin Elle and what she's doing when she's telling people to drink water all day, which is good for them. You don't have to follow my brother Chris and see what he's doing as far as the culinary. Because if you paid attention, bitch, you would know that he's giving you tips on how to cook this food. Healthy stuff. So get off my bro. And then my sister Ashley, she's a therapist and she's giving you words of wisdom that your dumb ass can't seem to comprehend. It goes in that head of yours, and you got a head full of air. You a juice head. You a cherry head, a head full of juice. And it's cartoons and shit going on in your fucking head. If you can't comprehend, but she gives it to you in the layman's terms. The simplest of the simplest, even a dummy can get this right. So fuck you.
Well, I definitely think that this is the perfect time to transition to the quick meals of the day that will be provided by Spicy Papa Chris.
Oh, it's me?
Hey, Ashley, you know what? Ashley, I thought that was actually a great segment. So we're going to call that segment Play It While You're Hating. Keep sending us hate mail. We'll answer that shit every fucking time you send us one.
I agree. And if you are not being stupid, we probably won't come for you the way you did. That letter was foolish. That was not constructive or anything to criticize at all. So send us something actual, like something like, some real hate mail.
Be aggressive. Yeah, be aggressive. Be aggressive. Like show us tell us how you really feel.
Right.
But with that said, this whole letter bullshit just pissed me off, and it kind of made me hungry. So, to whoever wrote the fucking letter, my favorite segment called "Taste It or No wait, no, not Taste It or Waste It." This is Spicy Poppy Chris's quick meal of the day. I'm sorry, it's just so much food involved, and so guys, I just want to show you what this looks like. I literally made it like 20 minutes ago. This is Spicy Poppy Chris's homemade deconstructed Big Mac pie.
Yeah.
So if you guys have been following us frequently, you would know that we are all in love on some level with Trader Joe's. The crust is from Trader Joe's. It's cauliflower crust. And then the topping is ground beef. I do an 80-20 because I like some fat. I like it to be moist. 80-20 ground beef, sauteed with onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper, with some sliced onions, with a little bit of olive oil. And then once it's starting to get done, I throw in some pickles. The choice is up to you. You could do sweet, butter pickles, bread and butter. You could do spicy, whatever. It's up to you. I throw that in with the meat mixture. While that's cooking, I have the Trader Joe's crust in the oven. You want to do 10 to 12 minutes on one side at 450 degrees, guys. A lot of people don't pay attention to temperature and time. 450 degrees, right, for 10 to 12 minutes. And then you want to flip it over after it's done. Once it's done, you want to put the lettuce. You want to put tomato. I don't care for tomato. You could put tomato if you want. Lettuce. And then I made my own homemade Big Mac sauce. I don't know if I should tell them, guys. Should I tell them the rest? I'll tell them the recipe. So I use GL Hughes sugar-free ketchup with light ranch dressing. I was going to say Italian. Light ranch dressing with some hot sauce. About maybe half a teaspoon of hot sauce on top. That's your Big Mac sauce. Once the cauliflower crust comes out, you want to spread a thin layer of that Big Mac sauce. You want to put your ground meat that's already cooked with the onions and the pickles. You want to throw everything on, lettuce, cheese, whatever. The choice is up to you. And then you want to pop that back in the oven for another 10 minutes until crispy. Guarantee you it's the best. I'm going to dig into this right now.
Oh my God.
I want some.
Me
This
too.
recipe,
Oh my God.
you post it today being episode drop day. You gonna post it on the Pantry?
Mhm.
Okay. Because I need that.
Absolutely.
It's so easy too. How long did it take you to make it? Like
30 minutes. No more than 30 minutes. No more than 30 minutes.
Man,
And those
look,
crust,
Oh my God.
that freezes really well. So that's like a good I don't have anything prepped. Let me go grab this. The crust freezes well. You have the ground beef or turkey in your refrigerator. That's a good let me pull something together meal that's tasty.
It doesn't take long. And then you can pull it from the freezer and then pop it right in the oven so there's no wait time for it to defrost or anything.
man, that's
I always like to give people recipes that are versatile. So
right.
That's a good
really
one.
up to you.
That's such a healthier alternative because you're talking to a kid that used to pull up to the drive-thru at Mickey D's and get the 2 for $5 Big Macs. 2 Big Macs, man. God. Ooh, with the fries too. And a large cherry Coke, son.
Oh, it tastes and smells just like a Big Mac. Oh my God.
That sounds delicious. I gotta try that.
Yeah, I need that. And I haven't had McDonald's probably in a good 25 years, but I sure would like to try that. I hate McDonald's. I hate all fast food, but specifically.
Hell don't like shit.
Yeah, that's true. We know that.
Don't worry.
That's established. Y'all know what I do like.
Oh yeah.
I like me some Raisin Cane's. Is my exception. Raisin Cane's is my exception.
Raisin Cane's.
Never had it.
Raisin Cane's and peanut butter.
And that's all I need in my life. I really don't need nothing else. And a good bearded brother, and I'm happy. Peanut butter, Raisin Cane's, and a bearded black man.
Put it all on top of it.
Oh, it is delicious.
And turn my watch on and go to work.
Wow.
That was good. Thank you, Chris. I cannot wait to see y'all. If y'all make this, tag us. Tag Spicy Poppy Chris, but also tag the Pantry. Let the people know, you getting your recipes from the Pantry. Chris is keeping you, eating well.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I'm keeping everybody fed.
I like it. I sure wish I had some right now. So speaking of eating well, I want to talk about like, I want to backtrack to surgery. So pre-op, what did that look like for y'all? Like preparing for your liquid diet for pre-op, rolling you through the surgery. Was y'all scared? Like what did that look like? Like who can paint that picture for us? What was that like?
Well, it was pre-op was, of course, the liquid diet or whatever. It sucked. I had chicken broth, beef broth, whatever, but I had to doctor my shit up. I had to, throw some slap your mama in and some hot sauce. I had to make myself believe that I had my mother's or my grandmother's chicken noodle soup. And I really had to, and going from that to the Gatorade Zeros, and just, I would just say the first couple of days was probably the worst. But as I, kind of transitioned out of it, and I just kept telling myself, you're almost there. You're almost there. This is the last hurdle. It's a big hurdle, but you're almost there. I made it through that. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Don't ever want to do this shit again, though. Liquid diets can go to hell. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I was scared. Just be honest with you. I was scared as hell. From the first appointment day all the way up to 9 months later, till I get ready to have the surgery, every day I thought about it, and I was like, damn, is this something that I really want to do? What if I die? What if this happens? That's all I could think. And that's just who I am. I'm built that way. I'm always a worry wart. And day of the surgery, I woke up that morning, I prayed, and I asked, I said, and my prayer to God was that, he bring me through, and if he didn't think about me, because I know, and I joke, I don't joke with God, but my conversation with God is my conversation with God. So I always say, don't do it for me, Lord. Do it for my family, the wife and kids. And think about them. They're going to miss me. They want to see me. So that was always my thing. And, I kind of would, that would get me through it, because I could kind of laugh about it with myself and be like, hey, it was just making light of the situation. So anyway, the surgeon came in that morning. My doctor, Dr. Hart, Christopher Hart with Atlanta Bariatrics, he came in. And he was like, he's always got a smile on his face. He's like, so, Kendrick, you ready? I said, yeah, I'm ready. He said, you nervous? I said, yeah, I'm nervous. He said, well, you should be. And I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, I just Googled the surgery on YouTube right before I got here. I was like, what the hell? And, I was like, what a way to break the ice, doc. And so, he was like, don't worry about it. He told me again, like he told me the very first day he met me, he said, I got the easy part, you got the hard part. He said, I've done this enough. I'm going to get you through this. You're going to wake up and meet us on the other side. He said, you got the hard part. The work is just beginning when I'm finished. So, I went in, they wheeled me back. They had to give me a sedative though, because I wasn't like spazzing out, but she could just see it in my face that I was really nervous. So she's like, I'm just going to give you something to calm me down. So they get me back, they moved me to the table, and they lied to me. The anesthesiologist was right there. She said she was the nurse. And we're just going to give you a little bit of oxygen just to get you going till the anesthesiologist comes in. I'm like, okay, cool, that's cool. So she puts the thing on me, the apparatus on me, and as I'm breathing in, and I noticed that I'm fading to black, I'm praying to God. I'm like, Lord, she lied, and I had no more power. And that was just the end all be all. And I don't remember anything else. But as I was fading out, I was calling on the Lord. I was serious. I was calling on God. I was just that paranoid. And the best feeling in the world was when that woman was shaking me. Mr. Barry, you got to get up so we can walk you around. And I woke up and I looked around. I'm like, I ain't shit on fire. This ain't hell. I'm alive.
This ain't hell.
I'm just joking about that part. I'm not a heathen like y'all think. But maybe somewhat. But I woke up, I saw that nurse, man. I was like, she was so nice. And she was like, we got to get you up so you walk around. And my wife came in the room. I was like, that made the world of difference. I know I'm alive now because I see her, and that was the beginning, of my journey. And no regrets ever since. But I mean, I was scared. I literally was. I was scared as hell. I mean, I just didn't know. And it was just all about control with me because I feel like I always got to be in control.
Were y'all scared, Ashley and Chris?
I was terrified. I think Kid said it or somebody said it earlier. Like, I went throughout the whole process knowing that I don't need the surgery. Like, I don't want the surgery. Like, I'm just going to lose the weight. I'm going to do it. And, like, they're going to tell me, like, you know, you've done such a good job that you don't have to go throughout the surgery. Like, each month was like, I'm just here because, like, you know, I just need a little extra effort. And then when it came to getting a surgery date, it was like, oh, shit. Like, I really, because it was my second go round, I was like, I really did it. Like, I really made the necessary steps to get here. And I don't know if I ever admitted this to you guys. I cheated a few times on my liquid diet.
I did too.
In the very beginning, even with the fear I had, I cheated. Like, I think it was the end of a semester for grad school, and we went out to drink, and like I had like some wings in a club somewhere pre-COVID, you know, blessed. And then I remember thinking to myself, like, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to be that person. And like somebody had to post something on my Facebook, like rest in peace, that she was eating chicken wings type shit, you know, during her pre-op diet. You know me? So I remember speaking to somebody, and she just really was like, you need to stop playing around. This is your only chance. You know, you get your shit together. And after hearing that, like, I was pretty much okay for like the remainder of the 2 weeks, whatever time I had left. But I was scared. Like, walked up into the hospital like at 4 a.m, like dressed, was sitting in the bed, and I was like, I'm really about to do this shit. Like, I'm really about to have surgery. And I remember them, you know, saying bye to my mom and my husband, and them wheeling me into the OR, and like I felt like I was on an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Like, I'm scared, but I'm like, oh, this really looked like, this is how it really looked. Like, this shit really looked like Grey's Anatomy. And then, like, whenever they did put the mask on me, they didn't give me a warning like, you kid. It was kind of like, here. And I remember just knocking it off my face, like, what the fuck? Who is this? And after that, then I don't remember nothing. I don't remember. And then I woke up, and then it was a nice nurse. She's like, hey, baby, how you doing? And I'm like, did everything go okay? So yeah, that was my surgery pretty much.
Chris, tell me you wasn't scared.
No, I actually had the opposite experience. So from the very first day that I met my surgeon, from the very first consultation, he gave me a date 6 months out. I was like, all right, boom, 6 months. I don't got to worry about nothing. It's going to be a breeze. So that, knowing how long it was going to take for me to fulfill my requirements didn't like make me nervous. It just made me excited, but not overly excited. So 2 months, 3 months, 4 months go in. And, you know, after 5 months, you know, the 5 month mark, you know, your insurance calls you and then they're like, Chris, you're accepted. I was like, oh yeah, sweet. Yeah. Still not at the height of my excitement. I was just like, what's going on with me? I figured I should be a little bit more excited about this. So the way I like to compare this whole process is you holding your breath, taking a big breath in and holding it underwater. Like the first couple of seconds, you feel comfortable, you feel fine, you know, you feel, I don't know, a slight sense of euphoria, you feel calm. And then when I was dropped off at the hospital the day of surgery, wasn't nervous. I slept fine the day before. I go in, I pre-register, I'm sitting, I get dropped off at the hospital, and I didn't have one of those, like, you know, my 600-pound life, like farewell kisses and hugs. I didn't get like a goodbye. Like, it was just like, all right, I'll see you later. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go into the hospital, I pre-register, I get all my documentation, and I'm by myself. Had I been with somebody to talk about my emotions and what I'm going through and where I see myself in 5 to 10 years, I think it would have like hit me then. I would have snapped out of it. But I didn't have anybody during pre-registration. It was me and like 4 other individuals. And I'm like, here I am. This is it. I go put on my gown, nothing. They're like, all right, you know, Chris, we're going to send you in, you know, about 15, 20 minutes. So just hang tight. I'm like, okay, cool. 15, 20 minutes goes by. All I remember from where I was waiting to the OR, I just remember white, like seeing white dots. And it wasn't until they opened up the OR doors that I was just like, like, you know, when you have to come up for air after holding your breath, like you're like, like you're awake, you're alive. I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the nurses, like the people pushing the hospital bed, they're like, are you okay? Is everything all right? I'm just like, I'm okay. I'm just nervous and I'm jittering. Like I'm physically shaking. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. They're like, Chris, you're already here. Relax. It's all right. Didn't even see my surgeon yet. The surgeon didn't pop up. everything happened so quick from the moment. I would say like less than 2 minutes. They transferred me over to the OR bed. They put the gas mask over my face, and I just remember, Chris, count to 5. 1, 2, and then I reached over my left shoulder and I saw the doors open again. It was my surgeon because I could make out his bald head. And I was just like, 3, out, gone, done. It happened so quick to the point where like once they had me in recovery, I had to like look underneath my gown to make sure I had like the stitches. I was just like, it's done. So I guess after I saw my stitches, I was just like, you know what? This is where my life starts. This is where it begins. So I had to like work myself up and convince myself. But I'm getting nervous just thinking about it. Like I'm going in tomorrow. Lonnie, what about you?
I'm probably the only one that nerves was not my experience. I was so freaking excited. Like I remember I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled out in November. And I remember them rolling me back, they put me to sleep. I was like pretending I was going through to weight loss surgery. So it was November 2018, so I had surgery April 2019. I was like fantasizing like a little kid at Disneyland, like, man, this is gonna be me having surgery. So by the time it was day of surgery, I had made like 20 gifts to give people. Giving is my love language. So I had like made 20 gifts to give to my nurse team. Like I didn't want them to put me to sleep. I wanted them to let me stay awake for my surgery because I was so damn excited. Like I wanted to be in the experience. At no point did I experience any nerves. Like I felt, which is crazy because I'm naturally a high anxiety person. I felt none of that. I was so happy. I was like giddy. We didn't even weigh the morning of surgery because I was like so like soaking in everything. I was asking too many questions and overwhelming the nurses team. I was so happy. Like I hadn't had real food in 17 days. I did not cheat. Well, I cheated in the beginning because I was supposed to do 21 days, but I was in California with one of my best friends. And I mean, no. So I did 17 straight days of only Premier Protein, only bone broth. That's it. So I was ready. Like, man, I remember them rolling me back and I wanted to be like, Dr. Kim, can I just stay awake? Is there a way for you to numb me but let me stay awake so we can experience it? Like, can we turn on some music and make this a thing? Like, can we just
like
chill?
a C-section type of thing?
Yeah, like exactly. Can we do this like a C-section? Because I want to be able to go and retell this story because I'm so freaking happy to be here. I have been waiting for this. Like, I have wanted this moment. I remember like the smell. I remember the feel of the warm blanket. Just the whole memory of my day of surgery is so like nostalgic. I don't know if that's maybe the best term, but I felt so good. And my mama walked all up and through the hospital with blessed oil, anointing in people at their Catholic hospital. She didn't care. Her and my grandmama walking up and down the hallways. I have a video of them like praying over the doors. Like when I left, my friend has a video of my mama and them praying. So, I mean, that part was covered. I felt like I'm going to make it through off the backs of my mom and my grandma. But I wanted to be awake. I wanted to experience. I wanted to see it. I felt fear going into surgery. I felt none. I felt no fear, no anxiety, no nerves, nothing. Because I'm like, I mean, the worst thing could happen is death. But at this point, 1 in 1 million people are dying from weight loss surgery. But if I don't do this, I'm going to die. And if I do this and I die, then you know what I'm saying? Like, either way it goes, death is what's going to be ultimate for me. I was 420 pounds, and I imagine that would have continued to increase because I felt like I was in a bottomless hole with no way out. I could not get out of the hole. So it's like, if I do this and die, at least I did it and I died versus I'm getting taken out by a disease. Like, I'm getting taken out by my weight. So,
I think you made a really good point. Too. Like, I think at some point, whether we acknowledge it consciously or subconsciously, we kind of come to terms with life and who we are and our relationships with people. And we almost think of like leading up to surgery or any major procedure as if this is the way I'm going to go. So I think you kind of sum up your life or where your life would be. Like, there's a lot of self-evaluation. Like, yeah, I've lived a good life. Would I say I'm happy? 95%. Did I do what I wanted to? No. So you go through all this, and then like day of surgery, you're just like, whatever happens, I hope I live. But at least this is how I took it. I'm just like, if I go, take me now. At least I tried to be a better man and lose some weight. Oh, this is the way I go. But I lived, and I was like, oh shit, the hard work starts. The hard work starts now. I was like, all right, well, this is not so bad.
I don't think I actually ever thought about death. I'm saying that now looking back, but as I look back, I don't think I ever one time the thought of death crossed my mind. I can't say that it did. I never imagined I would die. I mean, because the percentages are so low at this point, we're not talking about like the Black maternal death rate, right? Like we're talking about weight loss surgery. So
I mean, it's like 0.01%.
yeah,
It's nowhere near close to being 1%.
that's what I'm saying. So like, I don't think death ever crossed my mind. What did cross my mind was the surgery is not going to work for me. I'm going to live, but I'm going to live in a 420-pound body because however they reroute me is not going to actually work. And I'm not going to have the willpower. And I'm not like that negative self-talk was in my mind, but death was actually never really there. And I'm looking back like that's pretty bizarre, I guess, or maybe indicative of my journey.
I mean, you had prepared yourself for it, and a person like myself, I always thought, about it, and I was like, well, I was kind of like Chris. I got to the point where I said, well, at least I'm trying to do it, and I kind of came to the conclusion that if this is going to be that, then that would suck. But at least it wouldn't be a painful thing because you just would never wake up. You'd go to sleep and never wake up, so you would never know it anyway. And that's the part that I felt like was going to be crappy. But after the fact, I did have those thoughts, like what Lonnie was saying about the success, because that was my next thing. Am I going to succeed? And I would take just a moment to pat myself on the back because I have had success. Actually, today, I hit my target weight goal that I set for myself, my personal target weight. My doctor asked me when I first came, he said, you weigh 461 pounds. Where do you see yourself, or where do you want to say your goal weight? I said, I want to see what I look like at 250 pounds. This morning, I jumped on the scale. I was 249 pounds. And,
wow.
15 months ago, I had this surgery, and I set myself a goal, and 212 pounds later, man, I'm here. And I'm still going. And, I looked at myself. I said, hey, I'm still a work in progress. I think I still got to, some more that I can lose. But now the pressure is off. And now it's just, I told Elle earlier, I'm going to take it 10 pounds at a time and see where I'm at, at 240. Then if I say, hey, maybe I want to do a little bit more, but I think, like I was telling Ashley earlier, I think for me, we're toning up. I think it could be a cosmetic thing because, I know if I get rid of some skin, that's probably 20 pounds or so right there. And the weight for men is much different than it is for a woman because most women that I know that are in this program, whether it's RNY or VSG, they have a goal set to get into Wonderland. And that's where it is for women. Most men, they want to stay between some men can get down to about 190 and still look okay. But I think if I get down to 190, even my doctor was like, kid, that's not going to be a good look for you. So he said, maybe 230-ish, 220 maybe, see what 240 looks like, then keep going. And we talked about this when I had my 1 year, and even then I was probably at 260 or so. And he was like, yeah, you're looking good now. Let's just see what you're looking like when you get to be 240 and just kind of gauge it from there. Other than that, I'm just happy. I feel great. Haven't felt this good in ever, 30 years, I know. I'm happy I got a neck. Every time I, move, the veins pop up. I've never seen that shit before. Never. I've never seen, veins in my hands. I'm amazed every day that I get up and I look at myself and my wife says, you infatuated with yourself, you conceited. It's not that. I've never seen any of this. Just stuff like this, just to see veins in my hands. I've never seen any of this shit before. My legs as small as they have gotten. To be able to fit in a size 36 waist pants, not since probably 6th, 7th grade, maybe, when I was considered to be a fat kid, it's unreal. The feeling is overwhelming.
Kat, I was surprised when I realized I had bones and muscles. I was like, all that is supporting this body.
Right.
Right.
Then like all
It's
like the
like,
skin, it melts off. Yeah, like I could put a bowl of cereal right there.
It's mad
hey,
gross.
hey, you can use that. Hey, you can use that as a little reserve tank to put some guac in there. You flip out your neck.
Oh
Oh, that's disgusting. Speaking of food,
no, it's not.
how has food been for y'all? Like, so we know I don't have a pouch, so I can't do a pouch reset. What have y'all done that? Have y'all experienced that? I have my own opinions about pouch resets. Chris,
Okay,
tell us about it.
so I'll start it off. As many people know, I did a liquid diet way back when, about a month and a half ago.
Post-op.
It was 1 week liquid diet. Not a full week. It was more like 5 days. And I needed it specifically because I felt like my levels were off. I wanted to regulate. I wanted to bring everything down to zero or close to zero in terms of like my carbs and my sugar. At the end of the 5 days, I'd say about a little bit more than midweek, about Thursday, I was more tired than usual. My energy was low. I felt more weak, more frail. I felt strong, but I just felt like after you've been kind of like walking like an airport for like the whole day, you're just kind of like winded almost. Would I do it again? Probably not. Did I lose I actually lost 5 pounds. I'm sorry. Was it good? Yeah, but at the risk of what? Like my health versus something else. Like doing it in a way I felt good. I felt regulated. I felt like I could breathe better. I felt more awake at the end of the day. But when I had my first meal, I was just like, damn, why the hell did I do that? And mid liquid diet, it was a mental game. I was just like, I felt like I was getting ready for surgery all over again. I felt like I was forcing myself to do this. And I'm just like, wait, you're not forced to do this. This is an option. So I kind of felt more like liquids, only liquids, like I'm getting the surgery the next day. So would I do it again? Probably not. Most likely not. But I need to kind of reel it back in tighter. So
For the sake of clarity, when we're talking about a liquid diet, we're not talking about like a smoothie or a shake replacement for like breakfast or lunch. We're talking about only liquids for 5 or more days. So that's what we mean by liquid diet. So I wanted to make sure that we were clear about that. So we're talking about only liquids for 5 or more days. Man, y'all know I say this a lot. I probably preach this. I am against diet culture. Cancel diet culture. It's not good for you. There is nothing good about the idea of you feeling like you have to diet. It is likely how a lot of us got to our upper 3s, 4s, maybe even 500 plus pounds is this idea of dieting and then binge eating, right?
yes.
A low calorie liquid diet, what you're essentially doing is starving your body. Like you are now putting your body in starvation mode. Let me back up with my disclaimer. I'm a writer, not a doctor. So all the information and knowledge I have is because I have sought it out. I've done my Googles. I've gone to classes. So what I know is split, and I'm sure y'all will fact check me. So feel free to do that. But yeah, like you're forcing your body to live off of stored energy for no reason. You don't have to do it. And you're also likely losing muscle. So you're thinking that you're dropping weight or fat. In 7 days, you're losing muscle. And so your bones it's just not good. Stop it. Like, stop. The other thing I hear people talk about is detoxing. They do liquid diets for detoxing. Y'all, our bodies are science. Like our kidneys, our lymphatics, our lungs, like they're created to detox and clean themselves. Like that is what our body is supposed to do. Now, if your medical care team tells you that you need to detox, okay, do that. If it's a medical necessity, do that. But if you're doing it because for 7 days straight, you ate wings and dings and fries and you was at the Zaxby's drive-thru and then Ruth Chris and the steak, like if you're doing it because you want to like reset your pouch, which is also not a real thing, stop saying that. Stop doing your Googles. Pouch resets are not real. Like if you're doing it because of that, like that is false. And we have to change our relationship with food. Like Chris, you mentioned that halfway through it was a mental game. You're telling me that the way that you're going to beat your food addiction is just to completely avoid it altogether. Like we're just gonna pretend like it doesn't exist. That's not sustainable. There are so many sustainable and healthy ways to like change our relationship with food. Completely avoiding it is not. That's not
It's
it.
very hard.
No,
Yeah, like
Scary almost because it's
not
just like,
conducive to anything.
no. And like you said, like you have, your body is science. You have organs that filter all the nasty shit out. So it's like, why? I'm already far from where I started. Why do I feel the need to kind of bring it down a little bit more when I could just change things up? And I'm just like, I felt myself missing food a lot more. Not to the same degree where I was pre-op, but missing food in the sense that, oh, I can eat whatever I want, just in moderation. I could do healthy spins. I could do creative spins. I could do, have the same things I was eating. If you want cake, have the cake, but in moderation.
Right.
But I felt like I was needing more of that. So it's like, okay, well, having one piece of cake in moderation. Okay, well, I feel like I need 2 to supplement the loss.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I'm a runner. I burn calories more than I eat. I'm still not probably hitting 1,200 calories a day. So that loss, the loss versus the intake, it was a shock. That's probably why I was so tired all the time.
Well, you know what? You got to think about it too. Like Lonnie was saying, both of you saying it's science. You got to think when you're working out and you're exercising, of course, then those calories that you've taken in are going to diminish. So then you have to eat more food to replace some of the stuff that you lost. But, a lot of people try to get into caloric deficit and so much that it's insane. But then you find yourself in a situation to where you're not really losing for one. And I have to go back, and everybody experiences stalls, but then you have to break down why you're stalling. Are you not eating enough protein? Are you not eating enough food? And then you're still working out. So the body, like the body is so intricately designed that, okay, so over a period of time, your body's going to recognize your habits. So if you're starving yourself, then your body's going to be like, in order for me to keep this food going, then I'm going to have to hold on to what's over here.
Mm-hmm.
So now you training your body to start holding on and storing fat, what got you to where you were in the beginning. But since you got a pouch, it's not going to have much to store. So then that's when your stall is going to come in. So now you're looking into the process of that. Now you got to retrain your body all over again that, hey, Kid going to continue to work out, but he's going to constantly feed me too. So that's why this pouch reset doesn't make sense. I see it all the time. You got a group of them who going to join the pouch reset. For one, you got to think about, why are you having a pouch reset to begin with? If you're having a pouch reset, then obviously you believe that you stretched your stomach out. So then you got to go back and ask yourself, well, have I dumped 2 or 3 times a day, several times a week? That's the only way physically, if you're a VSG patient, that you could actually stretch your stomach out. It is a process, just like it is a process with you gaining weight to where I didn't get to be 461 pounds overnight. That was a gradual process. I'm constantly eating. I'm taking in more calories. Now I'm up to 5,000 calories a day. Damn, boom. One day I might have 10,000 calories a day. Guess what? Then this shit has started to be stored fat. Same thing with this damn pouch. You got to abuse it more than 3 or 4 times for you to stretch the damn thing out. So when you restrict yourself to only liquids that have no substance for you to get anything out of, then you're hurting yourself because you're not eating. You've got to eat. You know how hungry you felt, to all my newbies out there that's listening to this. You know how hungry you feel now that they have made it past the liquid part after surgery. Now you're back to solid foods. So you get there, you might be able to get 2 or 3 bites at best, and you're like, damn, I can't eat no more. But I know in 3 or 4 hours, I'm going to be able to eat again. Imagine doing that shit with the stomach size now, but only giving yourself liquids every 3 to 4 hours, and you're not getting anything out of it. Nothing, period. You're hurting yourself. And that to me, that's a psychological thing that you're putting on yourself, and you're poisoning other people because you're making them believe what you believe. And that's not good. That's why we always put the disclaimer out there. Follow your own path. Don't follow what Kay do. Don't follow what Lonnie do. Don't follow what Ashley do. Don't follow what Chris do, to an extent. I mean, you could take some tips, be like, hey, if it's healthy shit, like if an L telling you to drink your water, that ain't shit that's hurting you. She ain't telling you to go do a liquid diet. That's not hurting you. You just heard Chris, who said he went through it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And if anything, if you want to include like raw vegetable and our raw fruit juices, then you can incorporate that into an already well-balanced diet, which proven research has shown that drinking those things within so many minutes is like the most beneficial. So if you can just maintain whatever your diet is now and add something, I think that's fine. But if you're eating crap, I'm not trying to drink, a carrot juice after just eating some hot Cheetos. So that's where you got to check yourself right there. So maybe that reset pouch is just kind of like a scapegoat for the fact that you don't want to acknowledge some of the stuff that you're doing.
And you know what, Ashley, it's funny you mentioned that because most of the people that I have seen that are so hell-bent and pushing this pouch reset are the same people that when they were supposed to be post-op on nothing but liquid, was already on pureed foods, doing stuff that they weren't supposed to be doing right after surgery. Some people just skipped the liquids and went straight to it. I saw some the other day where somebody already had, little bitty containers of like minced fish and shit like that. I had a book, and that book was like from point A to point B, from week number 1 all the way up to week 6 or 7, to gradually progress you. They want you, for one, your stomach has to heal. That is the reason that you are restricted to liquids and popsicles and shit like that immediately after surgery. You just had a major, major surgery. I know it was 30, 45 minutes for some of us, but it was a major surgery. 80 to 90% of your stomach is gone. So that shit has to heal. I mean, we can go on about this all night.
Also, your stomach, for all the newbies, just like Ashley said, if you're on a liquid diet to compensate or using it as a scapegoat for your current behavior, your stomach is a muscle. So this is a tool that you have for life. It takes a lot of work for you to stretch it out. I mean, we're talking about drive-through every day. We're talking about high calories. We're talking about a whole bunch of sugar. We're talking about a consistent back to where you used to be lifestyle to stretch it out. So your stomach is a muscle. So if you realize that you've been eating like crap for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, condition your body, go back to the portions that your doctor was telling you about, go back to the food categories that your doctor was telling about, and your stomach will then get used to that change. It will come back down to normal. If you abuse your body, your stomach will stretch out. If you learn how to reel it back in, and I shouldn't be the one to talk because I have my days, trust me, I do.
Oh, hell yeah.
But then I realize we all do. I may have a few more than most people, but your stomach is a muscle at the end of the day. It has memory, like a memory foam mattress. If you've been treating it, you've been eating random shit for 2-3 weeks, and you're thinking about reeling it back in and finally using your tool for what it is, start today, start tomorrow. There's always a chance to do it over again. And that's what's so beautiful about this tool, is that each day is a new start. So
the thing too is like our stomachs are going to stretch. I don't know if you noticed, but there are some days where you can only eat 2 ounces, and then some days you can eat 6 or 7 ounces, and then the next day, like your stomach will kind of ebb and flow between what you can consume and what you can eat. So like that's gonna happen. Also, like I want you to Google. I want y'all to go and Google. Everybody that is team pouch reset or whatever, go Google, is a pouch reset helpful? And tons of articles will pop up to tell you no, it's not. Bariatric patients already have a hard time absorbing nutrients. You telling me that you drinking these drinks that are probably dehydrating you, they're not giving you fiber, they're not giving you any of your nutrients from your solid foods, which our bodies are created to chew and eat, for the record. Like that is not helpful. And I think I want to put this to bed so we can move on. But I do want to just add, everybody here was saying it's the mental game. If you feel yourself slipping and eating too much, and you feel yourself the thought of I need to do a pouch reset, think through why you need to do a pouch reset. And it's likely I've been eating like garbage. I've been eating too much. Sit down right then and plan out what you can eat to eat better. That's what you have to do. Ashley is a great example. You changed your eating habits and you gotten back down into your ones again. Like, you didn't do a Pantry set. You didn't starve yourself. You began to eat whole foods and eat well. And that's really all it requires. The idea of overeating is a mental game. And starving yourself from food is not helping you. Like, it's not helping the mental part at all.
Sure.
Yeah.
There, real quick point. So a lot of people see me as the guy that eats all the time, and that's actually not true because I only show you the times where I'm actually having a real meal. There also has to be balance. I also run a lot, so everybody's different. Everybody's, biology is different. I happen to run a lot, so I burn off a lot more calories. So what I'm burning isn't the same as what I'm taking in. So what I mean to say is, if you step on the scale and it fluctuates, it might be muscle. It might be because you ate too much water. You drank too much water. And it could just be the day because, you haven't been going to the bathroom as much as you wanted to. So there has to be balance. I can eat 2 pieces of cake today because I know tomorrow I'm going to run that 7-8 miles. You understand what I'm saying? So everyone's lifestyle, everybody's biology is different. So just be mindful that you do have a tool for life. Just don't abuse it, and have what you want, just in moderation. So
Word is bond, baby.
Yeah.
Perfect way to segue. We better have a little bit of fun. I don't know if you've paid attention. I'm sure you have because everybody sees it on IG. You've paid attention to the challenge that's on IG and the sweeping TikTok, the Don't React Challenge. And we figured, hey, let's put the Pantry crew spin on the Don't React Challenge. Of course, you know the rules. Basically, we playing some music, whether it's old or new, but it's some hip gyrating music that's going to make you want to get up off your feet. So the thing is to see how long you can last without reacting to it. So I'm going to go through a series of different genres of music, try to get reaction out of the crew. Hell, I don't know. I might have to shake something myself, depending on what's played.
So you can't move nothing. You can't get no shoulder, no tap.
You can't do this.
You gotta be stoic. Nope, none of that.
You just got to be.
Oh.
But the thing is, for the Pantry crew,
Hard.
if you feeling it and you start to move, go ahead and finish it. Go through the motions. Whatever you was about to do, we got to see it, baby. I don't care. Pop it off. We're going to get it
I'm prepared to be out the first song you play, I'm pretty sure. Because the song come on and I'm ready. I stay ready. I'm going to set it out. Shout out to the D9 because every song I hear, for the most part, I think of a Delta Storm. So.
All right, so first joint, first genre of music.
I'm a mute. Hold on, okay. Can y'all? I feel like I'm giving y'all feedback. I'm a mute.
Yeah, but we got to hear you talk though too. We got to hear what you're saying, bro. That's the whole point of this. I got to hear it. So
if she starts moving, she lost, kid. If she starts moving, she loses.
It don't matter. So all right. So the first genre, let's go. We're gonna go 80s, just to kind of kick it off. We'll see who reacts to these 80s hits, and this is some party shit. So we'll see.
Oh God, I like 80s music.
Wait, Kat, is it playing? Because we can't hear it.
Can you hear it now? Hold on.
Bring it closer.
Hang on. Can you hear that?
No, I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear anything, but you can hear me.
I can hear you.
That
Let me find out Zoom is hating. Who
might be trying to hate on my music? Are they really trying to hate on us doing this?
Maybe just play it from your phone. Try it from your phone.
Hold on. Let me see what happens.
I ate my 28 grams of popcorn and I missed it. I want to lick the plate.
Maybe we should all have a slice of pizza.
Still nothing?
Nope.
Nothing at all? So Zoom is really hating right now. Do they have something where they baller block music? Because if you can hear me talking, you should hear this. So let me see. I'm gonna play it over the phone. Hold on. Let me play
okay. Oh wait, is it? Oh, is it?
You lost.
Hey, keep going. We got it. Let's see who else get out.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Wait, bring it closer. It went down some. There we go.
That's better?
Yeah.
Next one.
Let me tell you what's happening, Cad. So I think Zoom blocks out background noise. And so what it's doing is that when you're not talking, it's trying to block out your background from being a distraction.
So I got to talk.
Focusing on you.
You got to pretty much talk in order for us to hear the music. Yeah.
So you have to sing it, beatbox it. You got to say the word. You got to do everything.
Whatever I got to do. Let's see. Let me see something really quick. So, yeah, this is part of the pantry shit. You know, we have technical difficulties. So I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to keep talking while it's playing. So I got my man, I'll Be Sure, playing here in the background. Can you hear the music? You can't hear the music at all?
A little bit.
You can hear the music? What about this?
I actually got bionic hearing. Oh, there we go.
You can't hear nothing still?
We hear it now.
You can hear it? Next joint. I know somebody about to get up all their seat.
Yes!
That's it?
Doing it, but hey!
Hello. This is all my shit, so I done lost already. You y'all hear that?
You feel?
One more.
I lost.
Ked was the only one losing.
Me
Ked
too.
was the only
No,
one
but
losing.
this one I'm sitting way still. Watch. I lost all of them.
Let's see. We're gonna go into the 90s now. We're going into the 90s.
I should be cool.
Here we go.
Nope, I'm not going to be cool.
Can you hear that? Nothing? You can't hear nothing? What about now?
Oh! Hey!
Nigga finish cash his last hand, whole cash the man you can ride in the jag with that you can smoke a fire bag I wonder if she could tell.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't be still.
Y'all are the worst.
Come on. Don't stop now.
Oh, that's my favorite
This is
song.
my shit. This is my shit. Now two-step in the club.
Baby, we were crying. I can feel these
Oh! Nope.
I'm not going to do it.
Nope.
automatic freezing full effect.
Hello. Hello. All right, so let's go into some reggaeton.
Oh my God, no, please.
Let's see who really
You all
got
right?
it.
Joanna, so busy, body busy tonight. Making on the dummy tonight.
Hey.
Joanna, so busy, body giving me life.
Go, Apple.
I was just singing this in my car today.
Joanna.
Hey.
Oh my God. Chill.
Ahora yo no quiero. Antes tú me pichabas. Ahora me pichabas.
Oh my God.
Yo perreo sola.
That's my song. That just came out too.
care for you more than my own self. Darling, I share with you all goodness and wealth.
This low-key feels like torture a little bit.
It does.
But we can have one whole life if we play it cool.
We'll never win this fucking thing.
Man, I'm trying.
L, I gotta fuck you up with this one. I've been on this shit all day. So this is for L right here.
I'm about to fall out on the ground.
There's a little bit of Prince for L. Let me see if she gonna move to this one. She ain't moved this one. Let's see if she gonna do this one. Let's do her.
I'm strong.
She being strong. I can't believe it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I can't hear it. Maybe that's for the best. I can't hear nothing.
Oh, here it comes.
Ashley lost too.
My love, I give my life, I give my body and my life. We were inseparable.
It's over. I brought her.
Look, you can see her in the window.
We see you whistle.
That one ain't fair. Y'all know. Hey, Prince is in my heart. That's not fair.
I had to get you with the Prince Don't React challenge.
I'm out.
Oh, man. All right, I got two more.
Okay.
This one here is let's see where we go with this one. Hold on, let's see.
Ooh, I love that song. Love that song.
Alright, stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm a new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the Humpty. Yo, ladies, I'm to Humpty. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump me. I'm stepping tall, yo, and just
Humpty Dance, man.
you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like the rhyme, I like when beats funky.
Oh, here we go. This shit ain't fair to me. Come on, L. This is trolling shit. How you doing, L? Bring that diamond together. Come on, L. I got something for you. Hold on. I got something for you.
You're about to be possessed by the sounds of MC Rawflex and DJ Easy Rock.
Hit it. Come on, L.
You down with OPP? Okay.
Help me with harmony.
Come on. Simpler than your average. Twist cabbage, your face fake. Niggas don't mean shit.
We strolling now. Come on, L.
With the head side, big there, air light. I've been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruce, do something to us. Talk, go through us. To us, wanna do us. Screw us.
Nope. I told you I'm strong over here. I got it.
I got one more job. Ashley, this is finna turn your life around.
Ashley been lost. Her and Apple over there getting it.
And DJ Earl coming at you for 1992. East side, you stupid fuck. I say, shake that ass, shake that ass, shake, 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 shake that ass like a salt shaker. 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 Shake that ass, shake that ass, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. The nigga, the nigga, the nigga, the nigga, the nigga, cause I'm all white.
Hey, Mr. White Dog, you heard me from a minute ago. This would be the real thing. White service, white talks for me. You already know it is, you heard me? We still riding on clothes. We still putting up fight my tape. I put the little VIP campaign on the whole drinks on these whites. Fresh kicks, fresh white toes, fresh NFL heads, fresh bows with the crease white. Pussy niggas wanna hit me with the heat. Real recognize real niggas don't eat white. Chicken lady, I've been rolling about a week. You gonna ask me?
I done lost so many times.
Where your ones, Ashley? Where the ones at? Yeah! Baby, go ahead. We sucked.
I lost
Y'all,
so many times.
did y'all have KK on campus when y'all was in school? Listen, wipe me down. I just did I was KK side for a second. I was very disrespectful. I do apologize to y'all, but I did the whole. I was a loose necker for a second.
Hey man, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. That was fun.
We sucked though. We did not do what the challenge was at all.
It's Pantry.
That's how you know our meetup, our actual meetup, is gonna be lit.
Lit.
So amazing.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Y'all go look up the challenge. Vanessa Bryant and Lala Anthony do it like every night and it's super cute. Y'all do it. Tag us. Let's see how you can control yourself because it's a challenge. For real.
This was Pantry crew style. There's only we could do it, baby. We don't follow the rules. We make rules. We the trendsetters. So we changed the game with our shit.
I loved it. That was fun.
That was hard. That was harder than it is.
It was.
When you hear certain songs, you know, music, and I always talk about this with everybody. I was talking to Elle about this earlier. You know, music to me is it's the story of my life. I love music. It just does something to you. It makes you feel good. You're having a moment. It can get you through. You always got the go-to tracks that you know, and it just fits every occasion, no matter what it is. No matter what it is, even in death. So you going or somebody that's died. It's stuff out there. I mean, so music is like a universal language for the soul. It's always great. You know, it releases great endorphins in you, all that great shit. So just, you know, be kind to one another. Love yourself more. You know, just be a better person than Karen was, who wrote that dumbass letter earlier to us. But other than that, this was another great episode tonight. We love to bring it home always, and it's a message and everything, and we have a lot of fun on here. And we be serious too, but we also like to have a lot of fun. So with that being said, I'm gonna pass the torch and let the team know where you can find them on social media, and we're gonna wrap this thing up. Ash, where you at?
So you can find me on Instagram at VSG_Ashley. Lonnie, where can we find you at?
I am at rny.bypass.beauty. I am temporarily public. My account is typically private. So, yeah, follow me and let's talk and drink our water because I'm going to continue to post my WhatsApp. Chris, where you at?
Chris still on
I'm dancing right now. Hold up, because I'm still on the challenge. No, you guys can find me at Spicy Poppy Chris, all one word with an underscore at the end. Spicy Poppy Chris _ that's where you'll find me at. Ked, where can they find you, bro?
You can find me at Sleeve Believe the Hype. You can find us collectively as the People's Pantry on IG at @the_People's_Pantry. That's where we are. We got some great stuff up that goes up. Today was Face to Face Friday, so if you go there now, you'll see a bunch of transformations of some great people some people that we know, some people we don't really know, but they're following us. We recognize everybody. So, hey, come reach out, show us, who you are, tell us your story. Hey, you never know, we might spotlight their story on there. With that being said, another great one in the books. We love you guys. It's always all love, and we will see you next week. Peace.